This is truly just delicious to watch.
As a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world. For justice in Wisconsin. And we won.
Elon Musk blew $25 million because he was desperate to not let Susan Crawford win the Supreme Court race in Wisconsin. Ended up winning, and Elon Musk ended up losing $25 million. It's a huge win and a slap to Elon Musk, and we love to see it.
So you all know that Elon has always been very consistent with politics recently, and he has always, meddled into politics, forgetting that he has a business. So recently, somebody who he wants to win actually in a particular stage didn't win, and now he lost it to someone else. Anyway, I have some videos I've got for you guys, which I'm just going to let roll. Then we come back because I asked ChatGPT what's all of this, because I didn't understand what was happening. So I needed to go and ask ChatGPT to know if ChatGPT have an idea of what is currently happening. So if this have entered ChatGPT, then you guys, if ChatGPT have an answer to this, then we need to listen to it. Well, let's go watch some clips I've gathered for you guys, then we come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it, and credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch these videos, then we come back and we talk more.
Well, folks, Schmeelon's having a hard time. Poor guy. For a genius, he's a bit slow, isn't he? Yeah. It seems the brains behind the bromance are finally doing some math and coming up sad. The bottom line numbers aren't following the world takeover plan. Schmeelon put a lot of dough into the Wisconsin Supreme Court justice race, and voters kind of sent him to Kristi Noem's gravel pit. Womp womp. Turns out money can't buy you the Wisconsin Supreme Court. That's a double whammy for Schmeelon. Well, Schmeelon recently had a heart-to-heart with Waxman Brett Baier on Fox News. I mean, Fox sexed up rarely true sound bites. Schmeelon opened up about how hard it is to be misunderstood, and Waxman nearly melted. Schmeelon said, "It's actually disadvantageous for me to be in the government, not advantageous. My companies are suffering because I'm in the government." Now, I don't know. I think at this point, if God was doing his job, just a little bolt of lightning would have been appropriate. A little teeny jolt to dislodge Schmeelon's head from his ass. Short of that, I think Waxman could have reminded Schmeelon that many people would argue their loved ones are suffering because his ass is in the government. But no, Waxman let Schmeelon continue with his sad, sad story. And we got to see the anguish, the confusion, the internal battle he was experiencing over not wanting to look like a wussy boy, but also really wanting to take his ball and go home. Poor Schmeelon. Most of us realize you can't buy an election by incredibly shady means, including riddling your own personal social media platform with lies and cruelty and racism and bigotry and bullshit. You can't molest the system, surround yourself with baby boy tech bros, lie about what you're doing with all of our data, intimidate, torment, and ruin government workers' lives. You can't break laws, mock people whose futures you're exploding, call people who accept things like Social Security and veterans benefits the parasite class. You can't stiff-arm salute in front of the world and look like you're sky high out of your mind all the time. You can't publicly treat your baby mamas and children like trash. You can't be a monster and still want people to buy your products. Waxman asked Schmeelon what keeps him up at night. Schmeelon said the birth rate is very low in almost every country, and unless that changes, civilization will disappear. Right. Again, for a genius, he's peculiarly slow. I mean, Schmeelon kind of forgot which side he's on. I'm not sure being as inhumane as possible signals a concern for humanity. I think appointing Schneedel RFK as the Secretary of Health and Human Services is more like an FU to humanity than a sign of concern. Pandemic, anyone? And come on, long-term the human race is probably going to need air and water and land that's livable, so lighting a match to the world seems antithetical to keeping civilization alive. Also, I think the dastardly powers that be probably know miserable people who don't think they can afford babies don't have babies. Pretty basic stuff. People who hate their government leave. No babies left behind. Yeah. Where's the long-term thinking in any of this, huh, Schmeelon? Is this the K to the edit to the mean talking? Because I'm pretty sure sober Schmeelon knows the campaign to tank his companies isn't a George Soros-funded scheme. It's a very appropriate response to a schmuckwad torching our system. Schmeelon also spoke at a town hall in Wisconsin ahead of the Supreme Court election. He lied and waffled and dodged and weaved and acted like the insufferable Schmeelon we all wish would go up in a rocket and never come back. More importantly, he handed out $2 million, which really tells you all you need to know. Schmeelon is nothing but a puffy black t-shirt without his dough. Merit-based popularity is a mirage when it comes to Schmeelon. He'd never have a single friend if it wasn't for his piles of dough. Unfortunately for Schmeelon, it turns out pockets lined with corrupt cash can also be emptied. And once the world sees the Tesla logo as a depiction of thong underwear for a fat ass like Orangina's, they can't unsee it. Yeah. Well, Schmeelon, have the day you deserve. Yeah.
So, ChatGPT said, Musk's loss at the Wisconsin Supreme Court marks more than just a legal setback. It represents a broader societal shift towards holding tech billionaires accountable. Even in states not typically known for challenging corporate power, the court decision, whatever the technical details may be, underscores a growing intolerance for unchecked influence and a reminder that even the most powerful figures in tech are not above the law. For Musk, whose ventures span from social media platforms to space travel, this ruling adds to a string of recent pushback, but for state courts and regulatory bodies across the US, it could serve as precedent, a signal that high-profile names and deep pockets won't guarantee a free pass. Okay, the implication extend beyond Musk is a wake-up call for tech CEOs and entrepreneurs everywhere in this new era of legal scrutiny, transparency, fairness, and adherence to democratic norms matter more than ever, like more than ever. And you all know that I think I heard that he spent a lot of money for this, and correct me if I'm wrong, and this woman won. She ended up winning. That's to show that there is power, okay, in the people, right? When everybody comes together, people have seen what is happening right now, and there's no way anybody's going to support what is happening, okay? And yeah, the people will always win, no matter how you say it, okay? The people will always win. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Like, let's have that conversation. What do you think about him not winning this? Okay, and this woman winning? I'm so happy that it's a woman that won.
I hope Elon Musk knows now that he can't just come to Wisconsin and throw money at us like we're some cheap hoe. You may be able to throw money at Brad Schimmel, but you can't just come here and throw money at Wisconsin. We got standards around here. We care about democracy around here. So congratulations, Susan Crawford, and congratulations, Wisconsin.
Congratulations to Susan Crawford winning the Supreme Court election in Wisconsin. Despite Elon Musk investing over $15 million in this election, offering two different individuals, raffling off $1 million each, offering $100 to Wisconsin voters to sign his little pack for whatever to try to influence your vote. And the people of Wisconsin said, we'll take your filthy money, Elon, and then we'll go vote the way we want to vote, because this is America and you cannot buy our vote. So let this be a lesson for Elon Musk and for any other election going forward. Elon is going to try to offer you money to influence your vote. Do as the people of Wisconsin did. Take his money and then vote how you want to vote. Congratulations to Wisconsin, and thank you.
This is truly just delicious to watch.
As a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world. For justice in Wisconsin. And we won.
Also, there's your fucking mandate, Trump. You've been talking since November that the election was a mandate. No, this is your fucking mandate. You thought you could pour all this money in and that we would just let you buy our state and our Supreme Court? Fuck that. Here's your fucking mandate. And that is, we're not for sale. And the will of the people can still persevere.
Well, I think that with the way that things are currently happening in his life right now, since he came and meddled into politics, now maybe he will just turn his back from anything that has to do with politics. Yes, we've heard that he wants to step down as the head of Doge, and which is a good start, because with the way everything is happening now, Tesla stock has plummeted, and yeah, a lot of people have stopped buying Tesla. People are even returning their Teslas, and with the way people are like, things have been happening with the whole Tesla damage and all of that. So I feel that it is best that, somebody in that position might want to reconsider and say, okay, let's just step away from politics and now, put our hands in politics so that we can even make more money and still retain the position in court as the richest man in the world, because it's somehow to be the richest man in the world and also lose that position. Ask anybody who has been in that position. When he has to do, I know somebody was telling me the other day that it's not just about money, it's not just about if he's rich, but it's about power. People want to gain power. Now that's why you see rich people end up saying, oh, I want to become a politician by all means, because they want to gain power. Okay, and I see a truth in that somehow, but I just keep wondering, what is that in power that richness cannot give you? I thought wealth gives you power, but it seems like wealth doesn't really give power with all that we are seeing currently, and him wanting to really be in strategic positions and meddling into politics, not just in the US, in just different places, and supporting this person here, supporting this other person here, and people not seeing that what is happening in the US and seeing that these things are not, we don't have to just let somebody dictate for us who we have to choose as a people. We know what we want, we know what we are looking for, so people have to decide on who they want to choose for. And I think that majority of the people here are supported, except for the TP, right? Except for him, majority of people he has supported have not really won the elections recently, in recent times. Reason being that people are seeing what is happening, like, we don't want this to happen, okay? And we don't want this influence. It's as if billionaires are going to be taking over. So this is not what we're looking for. We want something better. And the only way for us to get that thing better is for us to decide what we really want and make sure that we stand up by it and not allow one billionaire to come, decide for us and become a billionaire government, and they will only favor the rich amongst themselves, why the middle class kind of suffer and all that. I think that's the reason why all of this is happening, and you see people kind of supporting these other people than these people whom he supported. Anyway, guys, share your thoughts with me in the comment. Let's have that conversation. What do you think about all of this? And are you in support of this woman winning in the court? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's have that conversation. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please do well to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be part of the family. So I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching.